Keep going though, buddy, keep going.
You are better.
Go on! So there's two benefits that I see from having a broken collarbone and not being able to compete in an Ironman. I get to make a vlog giving you all the information you might need if you're going to compete in Ironman Copenhagen like I am in 2020 and like I was supposed to this year. The second unintentional benefit is that I get to cheer everyone on throughout the day and be as good a cheerleader, Mary and me, as possible. Keep going, guys! Well done, Rima, great running! Well done, Andreas! But to truly appreciate how these guys got here, I'm going to take you back to the start of the day earlier. Rewind. Oh, hi. So, it's actually the day after the Ironman right now. You may notice I'm not in a sling at the moment, which is quite nice. I can move my arm down here quite nicely, so that's a nice feeling and a positive step forwards. But with the day after, because I needed time to reflect, but also you'll see in the footage to come that the day was pretty awful weather-wise come the run, and I don't know how much footage I got. I certainly didn't do a lot of speaking to camera yesterday during the day because it was so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and narrate my way through the day, how the Ironman is set up, to give you the information you need if you're thinking about racing it next year, because I definitely am, and yesterday was so beneficial to see how it all works, to get that picture in your head of all the processes and the things that you're going to need to race next year. So the first thing is, if you are not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Because I'm about to go on an Ironman journey for a whole year, and I'm going to share all of my training. I'm also going to be doing marathons. I'm going to be sharing my training for that, tips, tutorials, the works. So if you are thinking about doing an Ironman or a triathlon or a marathon or a half marathon or whatever, get subscribed, because I'm trying to make content to help you achieve those goals. Anyway, let's get down to business. Ironman Copenhagen 2019, we start with the swim. The 3.8 kilometre sea swim's located at the Immersed Park, which is a lagoon roughly 10 minutes or 5 stops by the metro from the centre of Copenhagen. Be aware though that the walk from the station to the race start is around 20 minutes, but you'll already know that from racking your bike the day before. The swim starts graded by ability using hat colours, and it's a staggered start even within those waves, 6 athletes at a time every few seconds. The swim itself is one anti-clockwise loop of the lagoon, and it will always be a wetsuit swim because it's in the sea. Once out of the swim, transition 1 is situated to the right and predominantly on grass. Then you're off and out for the 180-kilometre bike. The bike leg is a flat, fast course of 2 90-kilometre laps. It's got minimal elevation, around 650 metres, but as with most flat courses, the main thing that you're going to have to contend with is the wind, especially on the way out by the coast, so make sure that you dial in that TT position. Swim start's done. We've watched people go out on the bike. We're going back to the place that we're staying to get a coffee and a pastry, because what time did we get up? Well, you got up earlier than I do. Look at the state of me. We got up early, put it that way, so we're just going to go and get a coffee and chill for a bit, then back out there cheering people on. Well, that was a morning. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah, me too. So we're pretty knackered. This is all my numbering here, look. We're pretty knackered. We've come back to the flat for a quick coffee and a Danish pastry, and then we're going to have a kit because everyone's out on their bike at the moment. And I put a little message out on the Facebook page yesterday on the Ironman journey and asked anyone for numbers that are racing today, and quite a lot. If you look at this, the amount of people that I'm following is is brilliant. So we're going to really get out, and the bridges are going to come into their own, supporting the run. We're just going to get ourselves out there around Nyhavn and just shout. So hopefully we'll see you out there, and we're going to have a kick. Oh, and watch an episode of Stranger Things maybe, and drink coffee. Lovely coffee. And this is it. We've had our snooze, and we're going out to be the best supporters that there has ever been. Probably not, actually, but we'll try and be as good as we can.
We haven't got flags or banners
or know many people and anyone's names and whatever.
We'll do our best.
Other than that, we're golden. Let's talk run. The marathon's a 4-lap course of just over 10 kilometres per lap that winds its way through the centre of Copenhagen, so there's plenty of opportunity for spectators to see you and cheer you. On this particular day, the weather started off perfectly for competitors and spectators alike. Then it took a turn a couple of hours in or so, and the heavens opened. But we stuck it out to try and keep spirits up.
Well done, guys. Well done, Gary!
So the weather's turned a little bit as well. But we're still trying to keep people's spirits up, right?
Yeah. Concentrating.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Well done, Mark. Keep going, buddy. You got this. Well done, Adam. Come on, buddy. You got this.
Well done, David. All the way. Looking good. Well done, Chris.
Well done, Chris. Looking good there. Well done, Rachel. Keep going. That's something else out there at the moment. We had to come in and find shelter in a department store. We're trying to get ourselves to the finish line now, just cheer a few people in. The weather, I can't overstate how terrible the weather is. It's really bad, isn't it?
It's absolutely chucking it down. Pretty tough spectating conditions.
Yeah, it really is. And as we stood there at the finish line, watching athlete after athlete get announced in, watching the emotions on their faces portrayed by their bodies, I knew that this is a race I have to conquer. A well-organised, popular and beautiful race that, had it not been for misfortune 4 weeks ago, I'd have already done. I would call myself an Ironman, but it's all fuel for the fire, and I will be there on the start line at Ironman Copenhagen 2020. But the big question is, will I see you there?